What it do, y'all? Bread Tug Rob, Bread Tug Gang Forever, Suze Orman'S Action Plan, Chapter 7, Paying for College. Took notes on my phone again, man. This was a pretty good chapter, man. Very informative. Suze Orman says, don't touch anything you set aside for retirement. Have your kids take on some of that load, man. Have your kids take on some of that load, man. So check this out. She's saying your IRAs, 401ks, whatever, man. Don't touch that, because that's you still gotta live once your kids graduated and they're gonna start their own lives and their own families. You still gotta retire. You don't wanna have to go be a greeter at Walmart fooling with these kids, man. Make sure them kids take on some of that load, man. Let them go out and get a loan. Shoot, that's why you should tell them, from the jump, hey man, scholarship. If they don't get a scholarship, they need to take on some of that load. When choosing a college, allow cost to play a part, okay? And make Stafford loans your first option. Now, when choosing a college, you should compare colleges. Look at the prices. Of course, you want the quality education. Of course, you may want the dorm life. You may want all that. But let costs play a part, because you're gonna have to pay that back, man. And Stafford loans, man. Those are the loans that have the least amount of interest. So you want to go for those loans first, man. She talks about the 529 plan is the best way to save for college. Anybody can contribute, okay? And the withdrawals will be tax-free if they are used towards your college costs or used towards your child's college costs. And the 529 plan, that's like a savings. And it looked like, this particular plan you can have invested in stock or bonds or whatnot. But to my understanding from what I read, it's tax free as long as you're using that money for college. So, and anybody can contribute. Your grandfather, your mama can contribute to their grandchild's, whoever, friends, family, they can contribute to this, man. And she says also look into Conversely Education Savings Account and U.S. savings bonds. She didn't go into detail about those, but man, check those out. Okay. And if you file bankruptcy, you are still responsible for these student loans, man. So you can't get away from these student loans. So the best thing you could do is just repay them mugs, man. And that's just what it is. Now let's go back to subsidized and unsubsidized loans for a second. These are both student loan, Stafford loans. Okay. So a subsidized loan is a loan that's it's going to gain interest, but the government is going to pay the interest on that loan while you're in school. Unsubsidized loan is a type of loan that's going to constantly gain interest, and that's going to be added on, once you pay back, once you start the repayment process. If you have unsubsidized loans, you're going to have to pay that interest back, So the subsidized loan, while you're in school, the government's paying the interest. Unsubsidized loan, when you're out while you're in school, nobody's paying that interest. So that's being tagged on to what you're going to have to repay back, man. So keep that in your mind. There's a lot of confusion about that among some people. And like we said, bankruptcy, you can file bankruptcy, man. Government still want their money, man. Pay them student loans back, man. Just make that a priority. And she said you can't run from that. If you graduate and you feel like you don't have enough money, you can't just ignore it and not pay it. Nah, that's going to hold your FICO score. Everything goes back to your FICO score, man. And you want to maintain that FICO score and keep it up there, man. And then lastly, a note I took is if you don't find a job when you graduate, you can apply for a unemployment deferment, okay, on your loans, okay? And if you are working less than 30 hours, you don't have to start your repayment process. Now, remember, you can get this unemployment deferment. Now, your subsidized loans, that interest isn't going to build on it, according to what Suze Orman was talking about. But the subsidized loans, that interest isn't going to go on while you're not able to pay it back, according to being on this unemployment deferment plan. But them unsubsidized loans, man, that interest is going to constantly, so you want to hurry up and find a job. You want to pay these loans off. My thing is just, man, pay them loans off, man. Be on time and just try to knock them out. And this is not Suze Orman talking. This is your boy Bread Tuck talking. I say, man, go to a community, unless you're playing football or something, man, or basketball, man, or a sport, or in the band, man, go to a community college, man. Knock that stuff out for about $200 a class. And once you maximize that, once you took all the class you could take, got your associates, then go to that college degree. But like Suze Orman said on that, look at the prices. Get that quality education, but try to pay back as less as possible, man. I mean, you don't want to just be in crazy debt and you can get the same education anywhere else. I take myself for an example. People used to laugh at me being at HCC, but at the end of the day, we got the same degree and I'm paying less than what you paying for yours. But that's what it is, man. Bread Tuck Gang forever. Action plan, Suze Orman. And the next chapter is protecting yourself and your family. Y'all know what it is, man. Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang forever. Y'all mucho, take it easy.